So let's take a look to find out how on earth that is possible. The Roman Empire entered the 200s AD in an iffy state. The golden age of the last century was losing some of its shine thanks to a succession of truly garbage emperors, starting with Commodus the gladiator tyrant and not getting much better. But beyond the scandalous hedonism of emperors with more concubines than sense lay far more dangerous habits, like how Alexander Severus bought the loyalty of larger and larger armies by ballooning their pay. To afford this, he debased the currency by mixing the gold and silver with plebby dork metals, which tanked their value. And far from actually protecting Rome, this dynamic just gave the army leverage. In the old Augustan days, legions served at the pleasure of the emperor, but now the emperor was just some guy who wore purple, and if Commodus could get strangled to death in a bath by his wrestling buddy, the bar for intimidating, puppeting, or just replacing an emperor was like 5 Praetorian guards. But then whomst to replace him with? Why, one of the generals, of course. And this was the same basic trick that Sulla and Caesar had pulled, but it saved the legwork of marching an army on Rome. Efficiency. So in the 50 years since the first guy got axed, over 20 such barracks emperors took their brief turn at the top. These guys weren't the most legitimate, since they conspicuously weren't the children or legal heirs of the previous emperor, but hey, you're the emperor! Never mind that another general 2 provinces over is taking notes on how you got to that point, you'll be fine! For a few months. All it took was some general beating up some Goths for their soldiers to say, "Great job, you should be the emperor," and then they get ideas and suddenly there's a mini civil war to sort out.